So I was working from home alone a lot, or I was out on the road alone a lot. And I was really lonely. And even though I was working with people and the people I was helping, their lives were really, really bad. And my life wasn't really that bad, but it was seeing it all every day was very depressing. I can't say I was having like suicidal thoughts, but I was seeing, like, I would have thoughts of death a lot. Like, I would walk by my shed and I could picture myself hanging in there, and it'd be really scary. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of creeping me out. And, I'm not saying I'm suicidal or anything, I wasn't saying that because I didn't want to die, but it was just happening a lot. And I could like vividly picture myself dead, and I couldn't figure out why or what was going on.
We know that often if a veteran reaches out to us, it is potentially the last call they make before they make a really final and serious decision. So we are very dedicated to not assuming that what a veteran presents in their personality is what's happening on the inside, because the struggles are hidden.
Yeah, no, my name is Rick O'Donnell. I was a Staff Sergeant in the U.S. Army. My last position, I was a tank commander with 1st Cav. I never actually deployed. I was ready to go. It's tough that I didn't go. It's, guilt that I didn't go. When a lot of your friends and your other soldiers, don't come back from deployments, and people after 12 years and you've trained with, and you end up getting out and they don't even come home, then you're like, how did I get lucky and not even end up going over, so so the year I got out of the military was probably the hardest of my life. Got divorced that year, lost my house, everything. It was pretty brutal. I was drinking a lot, real depressed, a lot of things going on. And, I reached out to the VA for help. The VA was great. And I had, I got a therapist. I got, did get on some meds, which I'm still on. But I don't want to be on meds for the rest of my life. And I also wanted to find a different way to deal with the depression and those thoughts that I was having. Operation Delta Dog is an organization that matches rescue dogs with service members that have been diagnosed with PTSD and depression.
We are not just a dog training program. We're dual missioned, and all of our dogs are rescue dogs. We say we rescue one and save two. One thing that makes us really unique is we don't just train a dog and hand it off to a veteran. Our veterans are with us for a year and a half. Our team of people that help make all this happen is multifaceted. I call them my unicorns, because they are not just dog trainers. They are people trainers and they're people supporters. The dog is an amazing, amazing tool towards their healing, but it's a tool. Just handing them a leash is not going to help them overcome the years and years of PTSD, military sexual trauma, or traumatic brain injury that they have been trying to overcome. So what we do is our veterans come to us once or twice a week. They come to class, they meet other veterans, and they're learning what having a service dog is like and how do you train a service dog. What they're also doing is we're going out and doing what we call public classes. So that is going to get a cup of coffee, going to see a movie, going to Home Depot, going to Market Basket, all things you and I would take for granted as just being a normal everyday occurrence. But one, our dogs need to learn how to act and react in those environments. And two, for so many of our veterans, those are the obstacles that are stopping them from having everyday living.
Waylon's primary responsibility for me is what he does mostly for me. His number one thing for me is he really does keep me company. He keeps me company and kind of gives me somebody to talk to that doesn't talk back.
People look and they expect service dogs to do all these tricks. But the majority of what our service dogs will do for veterans is create space.
My anxiety does go up in public, especially when people I don't know get too close to me. He steps in front of me.
What that does is it just creates a natural barrier so that people are not coming into your area. That could be really overwhelming for somebody who has PTSD and is afraid of crowds.
And keeps people at a safe distance so they don't get too close and make things too uncomfortable for me.
Our dogs all learn how to pick things up off the floor and hand them to the veterans. So a lot of our veterans have multiple physical issues, especially in their backs. So picking up keys and wallets and remote controls and just handing it to them is really helpful. They also do a lot of pressure therapy.
He also, when I get elevated and anxious, he'll sense it and he'll calm me down.
You may have seen Waylon putting his chin down on a lap, or if they're standing up, they are leaning really tight against you.
Probably the most important, he just brings happiness into my life.
One of the things that I don't think many people know in the service dog world is currently there's no federal funding and the VA will not pay for psychiatric service dogs, for PTSD service dogs for our veterans. That leaves our veterans either having to often be asked to pay $25,000 it cost for a service dog, or they need to do a GoFundMe.
I've worked with Homeland Heroes a lot. I'm one of the guys that has a pickup truck. So, I go there and, for these veterans, and I'll use my pickup truck on occasion to pick up furniture for the veterans that need it. So I've worked with Julie and Sarah for a long time, and the work they do is wonderful.
Homeland Heroes did something that is almost unheard of in the nonprofit world. They reached out to us and said, we're really impressed with the work that you do, and we'd like to help you help another veteran, which really just put me on my heels.
I was talking to them, and they were looking to sponsor somebody through Delta Dog. So they donated the money that it cost to Delta Dog to sponsor me to get this dog. So it's a huge amount of money that they just up and donated, so Waylon and I could have a chance to bond and learn together on how he can help me, how I can help him, and how we can be together as a team.
So they fully sponsored one of our service dog teams. So when we were able to call and say Homeland Heroes wants to sponsor you and you can get a dog, it's hard to put into words what that means to a veteran who often feels forgotten. So yeah, I can't give Homeland Heroes enough credit for helping to support other organizations and knowing that veterans need help that they can provide outside of their four walls. Since Rick has started with us and been matched with Waylon, his demeanor has calmed down, and you can tell the anxiety is a lot less. And he is able to go and do so many more public outings than he was before he started.
So my goal is to eventually be off my meds. Right now, things are still new. I'm actually, I think, in a good spot where my meds are. I'm not on a high dose of meds right now. I'm hoping within a year, where I can be, hopefully off the meds. The thing about the dogs is they have side effects, but they're different side effects. Like, he might tear up a pair of my shoes, where the meds might tear up my liver. Right at this very moment, the combination of the two, I think, are doing a great job. I'm really in a good spot where I'm at as of today. That's really all I want. I don't have high expectations except to be happy.
I would really like to say thank you to Julie and her team at Homeland Heroes for recognizing that and recognizing their sacrifice and stepping up to the plate to help us help one more of our veterans.
I'd like to thank Homeland Heroes and Julie and Sarah. I love you guys. It's awesome what you guys do for the veterans, and you know what you guys have done for me and Waylon, donating that money and supporting me through Delta Dog has been huge and life-changing. And I love you guys very much, and thank you very much.